up, YouTube? My name is Assure117, and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be doing an unboxing of the new PlayStation controller, the PlayStation DualSense Edge wireless controller. Sorry, I'm reading the screen over here. But yeah, we'll be doing the unboxing and a little review, basically in comparison between other Elite controllers. So, without ado, let's go. So I got this a couple of days ago. Of this recording, it's at least maybe 3 days from its release. So the reason I waited this long is I kind of wanted to just make sure everything is right on there. And I wanted to do my research on the controller first before I did anything of an unboxing. So this is literally the first time I'm opening it up. And let's get going. Now, this isn't the first time that PlayStation actually has tried this. Earlier on, during PlayStation 4, late on PlayStation 4, they actually did try this with Astro, the headset making company, like these guys basically, yeah. And the attempt was actually wasn't so bad. It just kind of came in too late, in my opinion, especially during the life cycle of the console itself. That being said, there were a couple other things basically that they kind of did with it that I felt was kind of wrong. Wow. So it has a case. Okay. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, I seen it in the pictures, but you can't. You need to feel this. This is a hard shell. Like I said, this isn't the first time, and by all means, this is basically a first attempt ever or anything like that. There have been other controllers too. Scuff makes some. Razer makes some as well. And the other company is kind of no stranger now is also Microsoft that has actually made 2 series. I'd actually bought the first one and then the second series. They're all amazing, and they usually all have different functionalities. And usually one of the biggest things about it is like it's made for like professional gamers or like elite gamers, essentially. Well, that's not necessarily true, at least in my personal opinion. Nor is it basically, like that much necessary. That being said, they do offer some benefits that normal controllers sometimes don't have. Let's open this up. Ooh, very nice. Comes with a threaded cord, USB-C, obviously. So that nice PlayStation symbol on there. And this is actually really nice. It's really long. I'm assuming probably 15 feet. Okay, so let's check this out. Ooh, it's heavy. So one of the things basic about the controller is kind of unique is obviously first and foremost is a two-tone pattern on there. It looks similar to the standard PlayStation controller, not that much, which I believe the touchpad is usually white. Another thing that's distinctive about it has these 2 hotkeys on there, which apparently you can actually change profiles with these. Also, I believe you can assign them to other things as well, i.e. hotkeys. Oh, wow, this is cool. So it's actually textured over here. You can probably see it actually over here if it stops focusing on my face. Yeah. As usual, basically the port here and the aux port here. So nothing really is any different on that. The cool thing about this though is that this can be mapped out different ways of whatever you feel like. And the cool thing also is it doesn't stop there. It has these notches on here. So switch, you can basically switch it to and change the sensitivity of the. So it actually makes it into like a hair trigger. It's kind of cool. So that's kind of cool actually. And you guys notice these 2 over here? Let me see. Yeah, these. That's essentially where the next best thing about these controllers, it usually makes them considered elite. So majority of controllers nowadays, like SCUF controllers, for example, too, they come with little paddles on the back. Now, I don't have an actual SCUF controller, but I do know that I've had some friends that do have them, and those paddles basically function similar to this. So this is the other controller, like I was talking about, the Xbox one, the Series 2, though. It actually has the two paddles on here, but unlike the PlayStation one, this one actually has four. So you can assign these to the buttons. The cool thing about that is, for example, those are also considered hotkeys. These two paddles, when you put them on there, you can assign them to any of these buttons on here. So, and they're magnetically sealed in, so you don't have to like try to tighten it or anything. Well, getting it out is probably going to be an issue. Oh, okay. But yeah, I didn't have to try that hard to actually put it on. So the cool thing is, you can use this basically, and it functions basically to whatever you want to assign it. So you can even assign probably to one of the triggers if you feel like it. The other cool thing about this is, should you decide not to want the paddles, this comes with these. Functions similar, but just in case if this isn't something you're used to, you can do that. Now, whether this is much sought after option, which I'm having trouble basically taking these out. Not quite sure, honestly, but hey, it's an option better than none. So I kind of like these. So now, much like basically with the whole theme of elite controllers, you can change everything on there, and much like all the other ones, you can also actually take off this, and should you want, you have the option of, let me take this out, you have the option of basically these other four on here. Now you can change both of them from the standard one. I kind of actually like these, so Sony, if you can make some of these a little taller, I would much appreciate it. With that being said, actually the taller part, you can also actually have the taller ones instead of the just standard size ones. Now, so you have essentially a litany of different options to do what you want on this. That's what's cool about it. But the cool factor actually doesn't stop there. As I said earlier, that this isn't necessarily Sony's first time of China, but they did it with Astro, and that they did. So, this is the PlayStation 4 Astro one. Now, much like basically like this one over here, I can't point. This one over here, it's roughly the same. It even has basically the paddles on here on the back. These are obviously just attached to them though, and the notches on here so you can change the sensitivity if you want. Everything about it is similarly the same, including the sticks where you can actually take them out and replace them with other ones. And yes, you do get other ones in the box. This is actually the case for it. Let me one thing that they did on this one though is different from all the other elite controllers, minus this one, and I'll tell you why. They took it upon themselves that many gamers, myself included, actually had issues with stick drift. So, okay, and with stick drift, usually, if you can clean it, it's you know, and you should to fix it. The only other option beyond that, I would say, essentially would be buying a whole new controller. That's where this controller shines above all other controllers. Why do you say that? So they made it so to where you can take off the faceplate, nothing new, but each one of these is a separate module. Now you can take out the module, minus the stick obviously, and you can actually buy another one and put it on there, and you just need to remap it, you know, reconfigure it with the controller, and which is simple actually. All you need to do is just put it on there and there's a software that comes with it too. You can actually just put it on there from Astro, totally free, and you're good to go. The other cool thing about this controller is, should you decide, you love the Xbox and the Nintendo map out, you can change it basically on here too. So if I can actually do this right now, should you decide to. Now, not saying this is an option on the PlayStation one, it isn't, but this came out essentially, like I said, near the late years of the PlayStation 4. So, thought is appreciated. Unfortunately, it was a bit too late when it did come out. However, PlayStation seems like have learned from their mistake, and they've learned also from what actually did work. So what they did with this is these two joysticks are on separate modules. Now, let me make sure I do this right, because I was watching a video, and the video made it so easy and simple. So, there's a little switch here. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it there. So, if you can finger it, if you have nails, and just bam, do it like that, this literally falls off, because it actually goes on there like this and comes off. Unlike the Astro, this actually has these two latches. You release it and it simply slides off. There's a connection here. As you can see it. Yep, there you go. It's not the best. Why doesn't it focus? Seriously, what is wrong with you? Simply, to put it on, is you need to get it on the railing, slide it in. Bam, you're good to go. I love this. This actually is probably the best thing so far I've seen right now. Magnetic sealing is great and all, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to hate on it, and it is actually pretty amazing. But next to that, this is probably just as good. And the only thing I would probably say would have been, if you had the magnetic sealing with this, perfect. But actually the latch, I do like it too, so I would probably do all three. Never hurts to be overkill. Sometimes, not every time. The feel of the controller actually is not bad, because you might not be able to see it. I can tell you about it, but it still won't mean anything, honestly, in my opinion. This over here is rubber, so the grip on this is amazing, especially like, if you're playing for a long time. A lot about this controller actually feels a little bit more heftier. Like the weight of it actually alone is even heavier than this. This is a standard PlayStation 5 controller. This is heavier than it. Like, yeah, it's heavy. Now, all that is great. One of the things PlayStation kind of is plagued by a lot of times with the controllers is the battery life. Now, they have stated basically that this actually has a better battery life. And actually, let me pull the website, because before even getting the controller, this was essentially how I basically knew anything about the controller itself, and why I was pretty much like so into it, especially due to the fact that I was a big fan of the Astros and the Elite series from Microsoft. And a lot of things basically about this controller, they've kept the same on purpose, mainly just so it is different, but functionality wise and ergonomically for standard, like for example current standard chargers and everything else will fit it, which obviously, as you can see on the picture on here. Yeah. Like I said, I actually really do love this idea. This idea is amazing. If they can keep going with this kind of theme, I don't think anybody would hate on that. Oh, more things. So this actually kind of was interesting because at first when I seen this on the picture, I didn't know what it was, honestly. This, let me get back. I'll have the link, by the way, to this and the page to if you want to pre-order or actually buy the controller on the description of the video. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll leave the link on there. I wish you good luck. But yeah, so let's get back to this. This actually is kind of cool. So I didn't really think this was going to be like a big thing or not. So this is a housing unit, little tab for the USB-C. By the way, side rant, Astro, if you guys can make a USB-C mix amp, USB-C connected mix amp, I would really love it. Just saying, looking at you, Astro. So you put this in there and you lock it so this basically doesn't come off. The cool thing about this is, so on the back, you see these two holes over here next to the USB-C connector. This goes on there, and I love about this is look, there's this little lip on the bottom. You close it, and this acts as a strain relief to the connector. And I think honestly, this is fucking amazing. Sorry for my language, but it is amazing because this essentially, this over here, helps it from actually just putting more strain on it. Everything literally just goes on the box itself, and it doesn't bother basically the connector. I actually thought this was the coolest thing, and I still do. I mean, it's really cool innovation, honestly. I don't think anybody asked for that, but this is perfect, honestly. And whoever did ask for that, thank you. But yeah, I'll have another video later on, just kind of playing with the controller and talking about it, seeing how it feels. But yeah, with this being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked what you've seen, I would appreciate a like. Please leave a message, leave a comment, share the video, and if you guys like to see more of these videos, I would appreciate it if you do actually share, comment, and like the videos. Other than that, live long and stay geeky.